Joining me now is entertainment and royal reporter Kinsey Schofield. Kinsey, Taylor Swift fans have been accused of bullying the wife of American footballer Patrick Mahomes over her support for Trump. Brittany Mahomes, whose husband is considered the very best player in the NFL, liked a post on Instagram from Donald Trump. I think he was highlighting the 2024 Republican platform. And of course, that has seen a demented campaign of hate come her way from the left, including some Swifties. And of course, Taylor's boyfriend, Travis Kelce, plays alongside Patrick Mahomes. And the two wags are often seen together watching games. Tell me about this. I've got to say, I've been very impressed by Brittany's reluctance to apologise or back away from liking this Instagram post from Donald Trump, because that's normally what happens.
Right. And her reaction was, to be a hater as an adult, you have to have some deep-rooted issues you refuse to heal from. So she really is saying, why don't you guys take a look in the mirror instead of attacking me? And the reality is she tweeted some pretty unkind things about Taylor Swift between 2012 and 2013. She accused Taylor of writing music just about boys and how she needed to find something else to write music about. So for Swifties to threaten Brittany that Taylor's going to disown her over one like on Instagram, I think that Taylor has forgiven her for much worse.
And I don't think Brittany cares, because in that wag world where she exists, I think it's all about how good your husband is, and her husband's number one. So Travis is way down on the list when you compare him to Patrick. So I just don't know much about this girl, I've got to say, but I do admire the fact that she's not backing down, because people far more powerful than her just take a knee when the hate mob come for them. Now, it hasn't been a good week for actor Ben Affleck. News of his divorce from wife Jennifer Lopez finally came out. It's been talked about for months. And the news did come out during the Democratic National Convention. There was a bit of conjecture that it was timed to sort of get lost in all that news. But now he's being connected with a Kennedy. Tell me about this. Is he dating Kick Kennedy already?
I mean, I do think that reports are legitimate. A Hollywood insider told Page Six that Kick and Ben have been spotted at the Polo Lounge, at the Beverly Hills Hotel, and other hot spots. Apparently, Ben has always been Kick's celebrity crush, and reports suggest that they might have hooked up before Ben and Jen got back together the second time. So, I believe these reports that they've been seen together, and I also think Kick is beautiful, comes from a dynasty family, yet appears to stay out of the limelight. So perhaps she is more Ben's speed. But, he doesn't seem like a very joyful person to me. So hard pass.
No. He is just, he's got a lot of Prince Harry about him. He is just miserable. Yeah. He seems to have this wonderful life, earning millions of dollars to act. Has had a string of glamorous girlfriends and wives, and every time you see him, he seems miserable. He made such a fool of himself at the Tom Brady roast. Remember that, where everyone killed it on stage except him. And people were left perplexed by what he was trying to do, because it wasn't funny, it wasn't clever. He just came off a little unhinged. Now, Kamala headquarters are still trying to push the narrative that Kamala is brat, like singer Charlie XCX. A lot of people don't even know what that means, what brat means. Bill Maher explains it here, and he says there's an issue with the messaging.
This is how she herself defines it, Charlie. That girl who is a little messy and likes to party and maybe says some dumb things sometimes, who feels herself but maybe also has a breakdown. But kind of
Are you identifying with this? How are you feeling?
I'm saying I don't want my president to be this, but kind of like parties through it, a little bit volatile, like does dumb things. It sounds like Trump. It doesn't sound like...
You think Trump is brat?
I think he's very brat.
I didn't even know what brat really meant until now, so I'm happy about that. But does this really I don't know, speak to the younger generations? Is this going to motivate them to register to vote and turn up on the day?
I think it reeks of desperation, similar to the DNC, the idea of being brat. There's no substance there. We want lower medication costs, lower gas prices, lower groceries. We want a serious candidate that hasn't sat on cruise control for the last 3 years, accomplishing nothing of value. And while I get Bill's point, and it does make me laugh, and I tend to agree, Trump is a serious candidate who talks about the issues. So I disagree fully that he's gone full brat.
Yes. Now, the author behind a new biography into golfing legend Tiger Woods has called him the Prince Harry of sport. James Patterson told the Daily Mail both Harry and Woods were in a gilded cage and trapped by fame, saying they're not allowed to be real people, to be out in the world. I think that's probably a little bit of the problem with Harry. He's just got to go out there and be a real person, Do you agree with this comparison? Because Tiger, whatever his antics were in his personal life, he did achieve extraordinary success in his profession. I'm not sure what Prince Harry has done other than trash his family and write about his todger endlessly.
Yeah, I mean, what an insult to Tiger Woods. He is a self-made man and one of the greatest golfers of all time ever. He's won 15 major championships, has 82 PGA Tour wins, and had a tremendous impact on golf, increasing its popularity in pop culture. He inspired a new generation of golfers. Harry inspires a new generation of moaners. And Harry's awards are pay to play. Tiger Woods is out there with that discipline and that hustle. He wants to be the best. So I think it's a real insult to Tiger Woods to compare him to Prince Harry.
Now, this is fascinating stuff. Robert F. Kennedy Jr. has revealed he originally wasn't interested in suspending his campaign for president and endorsing Donald Trump, but his wife Cheryl was the one who turned him around.
He said, would you be interested in talking with with President Trump? And I said, I don't think so. And part of this was I just thought it was a non-starter with Cheryl. And I called Cheryl up, and she said to me, you should hear them out. And I immediately called Callie. I texted Callie back and said, I'm interested.
Well, she didn't tell him. She just said, hear them out. But I think that's in itself interesting revelation. But even before that, she was getting absolutely blasted by the usual suspects. The people who tell you to respect women were slamming him for a decision her husband has made. Of course, Cheryl is as an actress, Hollywood through and through. And some of these attacks are disgusting, Kinsey. I'll show you one from Variety. It says that actor Bradley Whitford slams Cheryl Hines for not speaking out against her husband RFK Jr. after he endorsed Donald Trump for president. And this is a direct quote: "Way to stay silent while your lunatic husband throws his support behind the adjudicated rapist who brags about stripping women of their fundamental rights. Gutsy, great example for the kids. Profiling courage." I mean, who is this and has been? It is absolutely appalling.